Hey guys, so we're back again with our final sensor before we move on from this to just other stuff. So today we're going to be talking about the Modern Robotics range sensor and how we can program it to return values, which basically read how far away the range sensor is from like the nearest object. So let's get into it. So we're here on my computer and we're going to show you the software, the syntax we use to code a range sensor. So this is a little annoying. But basically, the function that we use is the Modern Robotics I2C range sensor. You can see all those capitals. You can pause the video and just copy this. It's annoying, but it's necessary. So after we do that, we have to do our hardware mapping, same as always.
Like how you say same as always, and then like typo 3 times.
And then it's in our config, it's named range. So then we have that. We're good to actually code. So the way you extract values from the range sensor is there's two values that you extract, and we're going to explain how each one works because they're slightly different. There's raw ultrasonic and raw optical. So here we're going to display the ultrasonic value by going like range dot raw ultrasonic. Then put parentheses, and that should display the ultrasonic reading. And then you also want to do the optical. That's the other value that the range sensor is able to return. And we can put that in the telemetry. Instead of saying raw ultrasonic, it's just raw optical. So if we run this, or not run it, build it, it builds successful. So now we're going to cut over to the phone, and we're going to show you guys this code running. So let's do that. Hey guys, all right, so I just wanted to mention before we run this, I did one of the lines wrong. You probably noticed, I'm not very bright, but yeah, right here on this hardware map, you have to write range equals hardware map .get. I don't know why I didn't do this, but yeah, you have to do this the same as always, build successful.
All right, so now we got a big old error there. So yeah, we're restarting the robot. Anyways, so what we've also noticed is that the optical and the difference between optical and ultrasonic is that I think it's optical that when you get really close to something, it'll start reading some values.
Yeah, and the ultrasonic works for farther away. Also, the other thing for optical is that it's like inverted. So for ultrasonic, farther away reads larger values, whereas for optical, being closer to the object reads larger values.
All right, so now we're gonna... This is horrendous. Oh my god.
Okay, guys, so we had a little bit of an error there. So just like you're gonna see as you're building your robot, we have to stop and we have to troubleshoot. So for this particular thing, what we noticed is that on the phone, it was reading that RevHub number 2 is currently not responding to commands.
Well, that was after trying it a few times as well. You really do have to play around with a lot of things because usually the error doesn't show up immediately.
Usually it just takes time figuring it out. But what we then did is we took the control hub, we turned it off and then back on, and the problem was fixed. It was just a quick restart.
So yeah, we'll get into actually using the range sensor. So here, I'll take that and our sensors and we'll run it. David, you can take the thing.
If you can see the range sensor, as we bring it away from the table, the value on the ultrasonic goes up. And as I bring it away more, it goes up more. And as I go in,
it goes down.
And you see how the optical only starts to rise as I get really close?
Yeah.
So that's the thing too. But also the thing about the optical is that it goes the other way from the ultrasonic. So when you're closer to the table,
it's a higher number.
It's a higher number, whereas when you're farther, it's a bit lower. And the ultrasonic does it the other way. So we find that the ultrasonic is much more useful than the optical, but it's still there and you still can see how it works if you do feel like using it.
So yeah, guys, that was how to use a range sensor. And we're done with the sensors now. And I think we're going to move on to one of the more fun things that we have to do, which is Mechnum Drive. And that was created by the notorious Jack Mack, an alumni from a couple of years before.
So this is going to be much different than our sensors. This is basically going to show us how we can move the wheelbase and use it to do a whole bunch of different things. So,
Well, anyways, we'll see you in the
see you
next
then.
video.